Y'all, happy Thursday. I think it's Thursday. Happy Thursday, y'all. Welcome. So first off, like I said, happy Thursday. Welcome in. Today there's some features that I really just need to add to iHog that just haven't been added yet. And I figured I'd go ahead and do that. Since I hear everything's working correctly, music's not that loud. I just turned down just a tad bit more. There we go. Music's like kind of like chill in the background. I'm gonna go ahead and take my headphones off and we can keep going. Headphones off are just a little bit easier here. So let's work on some Swift. There's a couple of features I actually need to add into iHog. It's not gonna be that hard. I just haven't done it yet. So I figured I might as well do that now. Let's hop in. Where's the button? Here's the button. Aha. Finding the right buttons are sometimes hard, sometimes not. And then I need to get fork open as well for this. All right, so inside iHog here. Hey, buddy. Not. Sorry, the dog will. So the dog really likes to lick. And he just goes maniacally on the licking spree. And I'm like, okay, but why? It's not necessary for this. I don't understand why. So let's go ahead and pull because it looks like there's some stuff to pull down. Have it pulled. Where did I start the branch? I started the branch here, I think. So the issue is, and here's what I have. The issue is that 2021-3, I started working on the game controller. I slightly need to stop the game controller. So let's actually open up GitHub real quick. And I need to stop it so that I just need to put a pause on the game controller for now. I didn't do any of the research I was supposed to do. And on top of that though, the deal here is that I am iHog. I just really want to look at the branches. The issue is also that this feature that I need to add in should be relatively easy to add in. It's 5 commits ahead. I really don't want to push anything with the game controller stuff in it yet. Can I roll? Stop, Dobby. Dobby. Stop. Thank you. Sorry. All right, let's see what these changes are real quick. Stage. Add routings, I think. Commit. Let's go ahead and push those push. I guess I could actually just see, like, okay, so this here I think is master. I think that's master. GitHub is weird in the fact that it doesn't actually show me. Well, maybe it will in here. No, so it doesn't actually show me them on like a graph, which is actually something that GitLab does really well. It shows you like a graph of where everything is, which is nice. Just trying to figure out where to put things. Okay. Let's comments here. Ever interview. Sorry, again, it's just me trying to figure out where to put things. All right. So GitHub. Let's see if we can go to here. I think this would probably be it. And then we can split off a different branch from this 2021-3. Master tags. See, that happened on master. I really don't care if it happened on master. But I want to be on there. I had new coffee. I got new coffee today. I got yesterday we went to Whole Foods because I ran out of beans somehow. Oh, thanks, Dustin. Yay, caffeinate. I was saying yesterday, good morning. I was saying yesterday how I need to figure out how to get some kind of alert when requests happen. Whether it's just locally to me, which doesn't work if I don't wear headphones, or something like that, where it's like, hey, you have a request. And then the coffee one, like I really want to get a sound like I have for the bits. Like I have this one for the bits. I really want to get one to put on my drum pad here or my sound pads, and it'd be like, it's coffee time or coffee break or whatever. But alas, I keep forgetting whenever it's post time here to do that. We can actually split it off here where we just break the files into separate files. Because I don't actually start the view yet. So let's hop back here. Check out a particular commit. We'll detach. That's fine. I actually want to start a branch from this from right here just to help me with this feature. And it's gonna be Renumber feature. Yeah, create and checkout. Great. So basically a lot of people want to be able to renumber their groups and stuff directly on the iPad. I mean, directly on the phone or whatever. That way they don't have to go and rearrange everything out of order. Rearrange, like delete like if you delete group 1 and then you realize you need it back, you have to then delete all your groups and then add them all back, which is really lame. So in theory, this should be relatively easy to do. I say in theory. Where we're gonna find out. Wait, where'd they all go? Okay, so that was an issue. Let's go ahead and jump back to 2021-3. Dobby. Really, dude. I am like, let's delete that branch. Because apparently those files should exist though. Checkout. So in theory, I should be swapping here, but where'd they go? What if we go to this one? Checkout. No. Okay. Great. We'll just go from here then, and I'll just comment stuff out for this branch. I like to do features like this in branches rather than just doing it directly in the code. It allows me to be a little bit more sectional and to go back and forth. So let's do it here. Renumber feature. Great. Now with this renumber feature, I'm going to go ahead and comment out game controller settings. It's not needed right now. Just because, like I said, it's not needed. It doesn't need to be put into test flight yet at all because it just doesn't. It is nowhere near ready. So in show objects though, what we can do here is go under, and there should be an edit object view. Actually, is exactly what we need. All right, so inside here, cancel, save, form, name, color. Okay, so basically, I'm just gonna add in another text field here. Number. And we have to take that number and turn it into because text field only reads it as a string, I believe. Hanging with Swift. UI keypad. Number keypad is what I'm looking for. Keyboard type. Let's see what happens here. I don't really need a secure field. I just need a way to... Okay, views and controls. Let's do... It is a text field. And let's see. Oh. I don't really care about styling. Change keyboard on Swift UI to number pad. Dot keyboard type dot number pad. You would think that I would have remembered that. That should be exactly what I need there. So let's find out. I realized that for some reason my title for my Twitch has never changed from M1 Mac to setting up the M1 Mac for development, and I finally did. So that would also explain why there was an influx of people popping in and out of here. And then under shows, add a show, new show. Edit. Save. Great. The iPad doesn't have a number keypad, so this is probably one that's bad to show it on, but at least it pops up. We need to actually do some things here to get the number in there. That way it's reflecting on the actual object number itself, and then actually save that to back in. Equals obj dot get object number. Thanks, Ravonic, for the lurk. Welcome in. Number is doing that. Okay, so that updates there. Number is gonna equal, and we give it the name here. So we actually need to take that number, turn that number from a string to a double, I think is what I have it as. Show object. Wait, oh, that doesn't help. Jump to definition. Add documentation. Oh, that doesn't help either. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, number's a double. Okay. So here we need to take a string to a double. Make a string. Be a double. Swift. Oh, I can just say double and then that number. Cool. So we can just do let double, or let double num equal, or we'll call it num. Double of number. And then here, just have it be num. And it's going to be upset because there's no... so this is actually returns an optional. So this doesn't actually guarantee that there will be a double in there. So what I can do here is let num or 0.0. Or we'll do obj dot number. That way, if for some reason we just can't get whatever double numbers put in, we'll just keep it like it is. I think that's probably a good choice there. This double is saying, hey, if this is not successful, then we're gonna fall back to this value here. So now, if I run this, let's run it on an iPhone. Berg. I'm sure it is, Gris. Last night we had a storm roll through here. And at like 4:30, it decided to actually start like raining and stuff. And it was just a little, and when I say raining, I don't mean just like rain. It's like hailing and all this kind of jazz. And it's just not fun. Group. Yep, edit. So we can say, oh, Command Shift K, or yeah. Okay, so the number keys did not work. Save. But now it is edit 65.2000, which is fine. That's exactly what it should have done. And it rearranged itself. It's great. It's awesome. I'm so glad it was that easy. And now we just got to figure out why the buttons themselves didn't work. Presentation mode. Let's see, that keyboard type. Oh, that numbers and punctuation is probably the issue. Number pad, is that better? Because then that just defaulted to the numbers and the yeah. Okay, that makes sense. New show. Let's see. Edit. Okay, but I don't have a dot now. Number pad and period and decimal. Okay, decimal pad, that's what I need. I like that Twitter apparently has one. I guess that's what gets that hashtag or the pound sign up front. That's funny. Okay. Let's run it now. Stop, run, build, do the thing. Just do the thing. Back. New show. Edit. There it is. 1.8 or 1.5 even. We can save here. And now it's 1.5000. Great. That's exactly what I wanted. The only thing is now we really need it to truncate. So right now 1.5 is great. But it needs to truncate. I also don't think I added these two. Yeah, this is probably in Firefox. Gotta make sure I'm actually doing what I say I'm doing inside Jira. Work. iHog 77. Changes, stage. And now I can push these up. I don't want to push yet, actually. I'll push once I do the merge request into 2021.3. There's just no reason to. I think this is almost done also. Okay, so I said I needed to adjust how the numbers are presented because they're getting way too many like zeros at the end. So we can go into underneath data, show objects, since they're all show objects anyway. Get OBJ number. So we just check if it's an integer, and if it's not, then we just format it. But there should be a way to format a double to not have trailing zeros. Oh, I guess it really helps to type in Swift. In Swift 4, we can create a formatter and just create an extension off the formatter. I mean, that's what I'm doing anyway. So let's do percent. It's just percent and G. I've never done this before. It's gonna be fun. Well, actually, hold on. If I don't have to do any of this, that'd be even awesome. Even more awesome. So let's return string. We can still say it's a num string equals that of a string format quote percent G. Dustin, if you're still in here, is your internet doing any better today? Number. So I wonder if this will solve everything. If this will just make things a little bit easier here. Back. New show. 1, 4. I mean, we definitely see it in here. Edit. And if I go to 2.5. Oops. Dot 5. Save. I mean, it's still there. But... and it's coming up as 2.5, so that's good. It's just my... It's too small here. Good! I'm glad. Yay! And the numbers are just too small together. Great. Okay, so that makes things a little bit easier again, like I was saying. So that means I can clean up all of that and just delete it. I like when things end up that way. It also means you can put as many numbers as you need to in the back, and I don't have to worry about it. I think Hog only supports 3, but that's okay. I think we're gonna go to just one letter here. You do that. That Chromecast is no bueno. Also, I've been dealing with Spectrum. Spectrum is also like a pain in the butt. I haven't been dealing with Spectrum because I have Google Fiber here, but Spectrum is the worst about cold calls. And one time they called me, and I really shouldn't have let it get to me, but they called me and I was not in a mood. How do we feel about G versus GRP for group? So like everything's going to start just doing a single letter. It should help. Oh yeah, no, I'm aware you were referring to Chromecast. I just don't have Chromecast. Comcast, sorry. Not Chromecast, Comcast. Yes. I think the single letter in the top left looks fine. That's how Hog does it actually. In things on the console, so I don't think that's going to be an issue. But so one time Spectrum decided to call me to do the cold call, and it's like, hey, you should really consider moving to Spectrum. I'm like, No, I'm really happy with Google Fiber, and I've asked you several times to be put on the do not call list from Spectrum. And then I'm like, can you please just confirm that? And the guy goes, and it's a guy, and I can already tell that he's older than me. And he's like, okay, honey, can you at least tell me why? And as soon as he said honey, I was just done. And like, maybe it's just the fact that I'm very left leaning, but as soon as someone refers to me as honey, when you're trying to sell me something, I lose it at that point. And so the next thing I say is, did you really just call me honey? And he's like, I'm like, no, did you really just call me honey? And he's like, I'm like, I'd really like to speak to a manager at this point. And then he just clicks and hangs up. And I was just so frustrated by that. Just because like, there is no reason whatsoever to call someone honey or sweetie. And especially coming from a male that's older than you, it's just very degrading. At least that's how I saw it. In that respect, like, because it was him trying to sell something to me. It was just very, very degrading at that point. But anyway, that was my story about how I lost it on a Spectrum person, and they've called me one time since then, and that was a couple months ago. So I guess something finally updated in their system. Anyway, okay, so that got updated. I think actually this feature is done now, which is great. It makes it easy. And GIPC, now when we edit here, go back. Oh, you know what? Edit. I thought I changed this to 2.5. Gotta make sure it actually saves. So we can actually see that says 2.5 here. If I go back and go into new show. Okay, so it's not actually saving. Let's go get this added into my commits though. Works. iHog 77 looks better. No trailing zeros. Stage commit. Okay. So why is it not actually saving? So we have it in here. Oh, I'm not actually I haven't set the value. That's why. Object to update dot set value for key. We'll do num for key. What is it? What do I call it? So basically I didn't actually update the core database here. Where's my data model? Here it is. Show object. And we're gonna call it, and it is a it's called number. Great. I like when I call things the same. I just had to actually make sure I did. All right, number, all objects remove, we append. All right, that should be what I need to do. And that should now save everything together. And if this is actually working as it should, I'm gonna go ahead and push it out. So let's put this as 2.8. Great. Save. 2.8, it changed, come back, it's still there. Let's kill it and run it again and make sure it just lasts and persists, which is great. So I'm thinking, like, I know I stored in CloudKit, which is great and all, but I'm wondering if I should also store this in like an external database. But I don't know. I think that's a lot of liability there to do that, like privacy wise and keeping in from extra information, that kind of thing. Okay, that looks like it's working now. Awesome. But I had put it through my mind yesterday to like try to do some kind of like backup database in case like things get lost or whatever, people can come through and find them. But then how do you delete that information like completely from your server, especially if you keep like anonymous like accounts? How do you do that? So I'm just gonna leave it alone, I think. 77 fixes close issue, save works stash stage stash what great. So now we can actually, let's hop into 2021-3 and we can merge it into 2021-3. Merge. And push. Sure. Of course it is. Pull first. Fetch, pull, whatever. Pull. And now we can push. All right, so that's going to be pushed up. That should go out. I probably should have released test flight on that separate branch. It's too late now. Is it too late? Do I care enough? From here, I'll actually create a separate branch for game controllers, but let's go check out Bitrise. Anyway. Sign in. Log it. Okay, great. It's already logging in. It's gonna go. Let's see what happens. And that should, I think, actually. Did that trigger a primary build? Oh, I thought that should have triggered a... Maybe because it's not a pull request. That's fine. I thought that triggered, though. Yeah, I guess because it's not a pull request itself. Cancel. I really need to dive in because there's ways to do it dynamically where primary doesn't have to change all the time and it can just pull the Git branch. I really need to dive in and watch some videos about how Bitrise actually works, and I think that would be really good for me to do. Tomorrow morning, I'm not going to be live on Twitch. I'll be live on YouTube, and I am going to be talking about the book Show Your Work by Austin Kleon, and it's going to be about tomorrow morning at about the same time that I normally do. I think it's set to go live at 6:45 actually, not 6:30. 6:45 a.m. Save. That way it's a really good book. I'm only going to discuss the first like 3 chapters. The first 3 chapters are really short. They're really easy to go through. It's kind of going to explain like why I do what I do, and then also like how I think. Okay, doke, Justin. Thanks. Sounds good. How I do what I do, why I do what I do, how I do it. And then also we're just going to dive into some points that he makes that I think are really good. Specifically talking a little bit about how it's like impacting my development, like my improvement in my development. And then also like how it's cool to apply that to other parts in your life too. Because I think it's really nifty, and it really plays this book. Like I literally started reading it like a couple weeks ago, but I think it's but it really dives into and really like speaks to me, because it's like part of the reason it's kind of explaining and putting into a lot better words why I do what I do and why I think it's a good idea to like work out in the open if you don't know a lot of people that will help, or that if you don't know a lot of people like in the field or like your hobby that you have, like why do you want to work out in the open and stuff like that. So under brand master, we're going to call it 2021-3. Test flight, App Store. Ooh, it's going to get upset first because App Store Connect. I don't have it. I haven't set up 2021-3 to go into test flight. I'm going to open my Discord real quick. And usually I don't mind opening my Discord. I just don't know the last Discord I was actually on though. And That's where things could be a little bit different. But apparently Discord had to update. My apps. iHog, test flight, App Store. We need to create a. So that's coming out. So I've started doing in my that's there. Great. So in my updates, I've started doing the phased releases. So it sends out to so many users over like over 7 days. That way, if anything happens, I can pause, release like a new update. Like if I hear of anything, no one ever tells me anything except for the people in my beta, which are great. I mean, that's when I need people to tell me things. But so 20% of users have actually gotten the update. People can still go into their App Store release. I mean, into their App Store and update it there. But that is, it just makes it a lot easier for me. In case something were to happen, I can pause it and I can roll back if I absolutely need to. All right, so we have 2021.3. So let's go. That high number of crashes still really scares me, but I don't know. I don't think there's been that many crashes yet. All right, so we have test flight made. It's gonna go to the App Store. I hope. We're gonna find out. It should. It should go. Builds. Workflow. That's what I'm looking for. Oh no. Oh, this was just... Did it fail? Oh no, it needed to be updated. Okay, that's fine. Oh, so this actually... Okay, so this is primary. We need to go to Test Flight App Store. Yeah, because this actually determines what it is. Get credentials, no output variables. Plan arguments, get branch. That's what I am looking for. So in theory now, stay on page, save. If I go to primary, and can actually inside here. I can just say bling bitrise get branch. So whatever branch this actually occurred on, that's what we're gonna check out. That makes it way more sense to do. That makes way, way more sense to do. Rather than, and now it's always dynamic. I don't have to always just do what it said, like do whatever the bitrise get branches, which is great. That's what I needed. All right, and then this is going, where are we in this? Cache pool, that's fine. All right, so that's making the archive. Great, so this should have a test flight build out soon. There's just a little bit of like cleanup of like some housekeeping that we have to do. Notion. Great. Release notes. Released. Page 2021.3. And we are at icon. Caution. I love when you're trying to do this to iHog. I guess this is actually where I need to do it. v 2021.3. Bill, what build number is this? 67, I think, is the last one. Then, yeah, 67. Okay. Build 67. And we changed, added a renumber feature. It just takes a while for it to all spin right back up, which is totally fine. I need more coffee. That's pretty nifty. Is this something that you can... So like if I were to put it in a private browser, can people just see it? No. Okay. You have to be signed in, which is fine. I just didn't know. I don't even know how I clicked on it. Oh, ship. Because I hit ship. That makes sense. Settings here. I mean, this has been like, I've been really happy with Bitrise and using Bitrise to get my builds going automatically to test flight. I'm hoping the more, like, as I learn like this dynamic type things, it's a lot less like I have to actually schedule my build myself. Which I guess I could always push to test flight every, I really wanted that trigger to work. Let's see if we can find some out. GitHub triggers for Bitrise. I don't really need to trigger on... I wonder if it would make more sense if I did a tag with that commit. Triggering builds with git tags. Triggering builds requires an incoming webhook section. I mean, is it just like GitHub is not sending out the tag? I mean, I don't have a tag right now, but if I did. I need to actually edit a lot of this stuff now. Not issues, settings. Webhooks. Yeah, okay, edit. Confirm password. Okay, we get branch or tag creation, branch or tag deletion. Commit comments, that doesn't matter. Releases, which are also just tags, I think. Okay, update. Cool. So in theory, well, that's already pushing, so I guess I shouldn't really try it, but I really do want to try it. So maybe after this has finished running, we'll try it again. Theory, I should be able to 2021-3-67 and Renumber feature. Now, if I push that, push all tags. But the issue is, did I take out that workflow? I might have. No, I didn't. Okay. So I'm curious if that actually did anything. Test Flight App Store. Oh, I'll update. iHog. Yeah. Oh, stay on page. Save. Now go to iHog 4. Yeah, it didn't run the build. I was hoping it would, but that's okay. Tags. We'll create a release on that. Be 2021.3 67 feature. Known issues. None. None. Added renumber for objects. This is a pre-release. Publish release. Great. All right, that's been published. That's there. I'll get a notification on my phone. Oh, it's ready. Well, that wasn't really quick. Let's go to App Store Connect. Woo. Ugh. And it's only 7:30. Test flight. And ready to submit. Okay. Are we just not gonna? Added a renumber feature. Save. Next. Submit. All right, let me make the announcement in my Discord real quick. If you want to join the Discord and get all these like wonderful updates, stuff like that, or talk to some really cool people, we've been really active lately on the Discord, which is great. We had a lot of new people join. Just type in !Discord into the chat. Please come join the community, be part of it. We're fun. We like to talk about dev things. We started recently talking about the Winter Soldier, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, that kind of stuff. We have a lot of fun, so please come join. Keyboards are always talked about. Yeah. All right, so we have iHog B 2021.3 67 should be in test flight today at iHog beta users. Send. Great. All right, so now that's just for some. I don't quite understand, but Apple always has to approve every beta version first. It doesn't take approve. It doesn't. So they have to approve the very first version, I guess, to make sure you're not sending out any kind of like bad data immediately. But there we go. 67. Build 67. We have come a long way from 2019 when I only released like 7 releases last year. And I actually don't even think this one ended up being released, which is great. Curious. Oh, analytics. That's what I wanted, not that. We've had 0 crashes, which is great. Awesome. Okay, so that's done. I said there was some stuff I needed to do that I didn't do. Oh, and my game controller is not charged, so I will have to do that before so I will be working on this again on Tuesday for sure. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit that follow button and make sure you get notifications to watch this live, because, you know, it's always fun to watch me fumble around with code and figure out why it's wrong. And then on top of that, there's some fun stuff that happens. So tomorrow, like I said, I have that YouTube video. I'm probably going to stop it here just because I need to do this research and I don't want to do it live and have to talk through it completely. So tomorrow, 6:45 a.m. I am going to be talking about the first 3 chapters of Show Your Work. It's going to be fun. It's a good time. Make sure to drop by. It's on my YouTube channel. I'm gonna put that in the comments here. That works. Dream Elements has been really weird and not happy with anything. It's great. I love it. Freaking Stream Elements. Let me get it now, though. Where'd it go? _news. There it is. Copy link. All right, make sure go get a reminder for this video specifically. That's right here. We're going to talk about Show Your Work, why it's probably even good for as a developer to be working out in the open, all that kind of stuff. So again, that's tomorrow, 6:45 a.m. ish. And then the next and then on Tuesday, we'll start over with iHog again and pick up on Coffee Companion also. I'm still doing research into some of that. So again, thank you guys so much, and I'll catch y'all next time. Bye. On the replay later today. And on top of that, make sure to tune in tomorrow, Friday at 6:45 a.m. We're going to, on my YouTube channel specifically, we are going, I'm sorry, I'm trying to find a place where that's not covering my face. I am going to discuss the first 3 chapters of Show Your Work by Austin Kleon. Ugh, talking is hard. I love talking. It's great. I'm going to talk about the first 3 chapters there. So please come and join please come and join. No, I can't. That's the YouTube video. I'll post it on my social medias, all that good stuff. If you're on the Discord, the link's already in there. Please come and join on Friday. We're going to cover the first 3 chapters, explain kind of how it works. I'm going to cover the first 3 chapters, discuss why I think it's making me a better developer. And it's also going to be like why this is actually working as well. Like why I'm doing this like in front of people rather than just developing my app and then pushing it out and calling it done. So again, that's going to be Friday at 6:45 a.m. Central Time. So Chicago time, Austin time, those kind of times is 6:45 that time. And I'll catch y'all next time. Bye.